Welcome back to the channel, Coins Lovers, where ordinary coins can turn into extraordinary treasures. Imagine pulling a simple quarter out of your pocket, only to discover it could be worth thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars. Today, we're uncovering the top 4 most valuable Washington quarter-dollar coins in United States history. These rare coins, with unique mint marks, stunning conditions, and fascinating errors, have become some of the most sought-after pieces in the world of coin collecting. Stay with us, because one of these rare quarters could be hiding in your collection right now. So let's get started. First up, the 1996 United States Washington quarter with a P mint mark, especially in its rare and unusual black condition. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another piece of pocket change, but hidden beneath its darkened surface could be a story of rarity, collector demand, and surprising auction value. If you've ever wondered whether a worn or oddly toned coin in your collection could be worth serious money, this video is for you. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Designed by John Flanagan, this iconic coin replaced the standing Liberty quarter and has remained a staple of U.S. currency ever since. By 1996, the coin was part of a long-running series, struck primarily for circulation. The P mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most historic mints in the country. While millions of these quarters were minted in 1996, only a very small number stand out today due to unusual conditions such as black toning or environmental effects that give them a distinctive appearance. The 1996 P Washington quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse, with the inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year 1996. On the reverse, you'll find the iconic eagle design with outstretched wings, clutching arrows, and an olive branch, along with the inscriptions "United States of America" and "Quarter Dollar." What makes certain examples truly unique, however, is the so-called black condition. This darkened appearance can result from natural toning, chemical reactions, or environmental exposure over time. In some rare cases, the toning forms evenly across the surface, creating a striking, almost antique look that collectors find highly. Coins with deep, original toning, especially when not caused by damage, can carry a premium because of their visual uniqueness and authenticity. Although the 1996 P quarter itself is not rare in terms of mintage, coins exhibiting unusual black toning in well-preserved condition are much harder to find. Most darkened coins are considered damaged, but when the toning is natural, stable, and aesthetically appealing, it becomes desirable among collectors. The rarity increases even more if the coin still retains sharp details, minimal wear, and no signs of corrosion beneath the toning. Collectors often search for coins that tell a story, and a naturally toned black quarter can stand out dramatically in a collection. This combination of visual appeal and scarcity in high-grade condition drives strong demand in the numismatic market. In general circulation condition, a regular 1996 P Washington quarter is only worth its face value of 25 cents. However, when you factor in unique black toning and collector appeal, the value can increase significantly. Depending on the quality of the toning, the overall condition of the coin, and whether it has been professionally graded, such a coin could sell anywhere from $5 million or more. In exceptional cases, where the toning is beautiful, even, and the coin is in near mint condition, auction prices can climb into the hundreds of dollars. Coins certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC often achieve higher prices because buyers trust their authenticity and condition. If you believe you have a 1996 P quarter with unusual black toning, the first step is to examine it carefully under good lighting. Look for signs of natural toning rather than damage, such as smooth, even coloration rather than patchy or corroded surfaces. Avoid cleaning the coin at all costs, as cleaning can drastically reduce its value. Consider getting the coin evaluated or graded by a professional service, especially if it appears to be in excellent condition. Storing your coins properly in a dry environment will also help preserve their condition and prevent further unwanted changes. In conclusion, the 1996 P Washington quarter in black condition is a perfect example of how an ordinary coin can become extraordinary under the right circumstances. While most of these quarters are still only worth their face value, rare examples with attractive natural toning and strong condition can surprise collectors with impressive auction results.
Next up, the 1945 United States Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary old coin, but its historical significance and collector appeal make it far more interesting than its 1 cent face value. Let's explore what makes this coin special and whether it could be hiding real value. The 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny was minted during the final year of World War II, a time when the United States economy and industry were heavily focused on the war effort. This coin belongs to the famous Lincoln Wheat series, first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln. The design was created by Victor David Brenner and remained in circulation until 1958. A 1945 penny without a mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use mint marks at that time. With over 1 billion coins produced, it was widely circulated, becoming a familiar piece of everyday currency in mid-20th century America. This coin carries a timeless design that collectors admire. On the obverse, you'll see the right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1945. The absence of a mint mark beneath the date confirms its Philadelphia origin. On the reverse, the iconic wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum above. The coin is made primarily of copper, giving it a rich brown or reddish tone depending on its preservation. In fine condition, the wheat lines are still visible but slightly worn, and Lincoln's features show moderate circulation, adding to its authentic vintage appeal. Although the 1945 no-mint mark penny was produced in large numbers, true rarity comes from condition and unique variations. Most of these coins were heavily used during circulation, making well-preserved examples harder to find today. Collectors are especially interested in coins with strong detail, original luster, and minimal damage. Additionally, certain error varieties such as double dies or off-center strikes can significantly increase demand and value. The historical connection to the end of World War II also adds emotional and collectible appeal, making this coin a favorite among both beginner and experienced collectors that eye in fine condition. A 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark typically ranges from around $828,000 million, depending on its overall appearance and detail. However, coins in extremely fine or uncirculated condition can be worth several dollars, and those with a bright red finish may sell for $828,000 million or more. The real excitement comes with rare high-grade specimens or error coins, which have been known to reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. This wide price range shows how a simple penny can transform into a valuable collectible under the right circumstances. If you're searching for a valuable 1945 penny, focus on coins with clear wheat lines, sharp lettering, and minimal wear on Lincoln's portrait. Look closely for unusual errors or striking differences, as these can greatly increase value. Avoid cleaning your coins, as this can reduce their worth significantly. Instead, store them in protective holders to maintain their condition. If you believe you've found a high-quality example, consider having it professionally graded to unlock its full market potential. In conclusion, the 1945 Lincoln Wheat penny without a mint mark is a beautiful piece of history that continues to attract collectors worldwide. While most examples in fine condition hold modest value, the potential for rare finds and high-grade specimens keeps the excitement alive.
Next up, the 1960 Monticello Jefferson Nickel with a D-mint mark, even in dirty or heavily circulated condition. While at first glance this coin may seem unremarkable, its story, rarity, and value in the auction market make it a hidden treasure for serious collectors. In this video, we'll explore everything from its background to its unique features and why even a dirty example can command impressive prices. The Jefferson nickel has been an integral part of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1938. Created by the talented sculptor Felix Schlag, the coin features a distinguished portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his Monticello estate on the reverse. The 1960 issue carries special significance as it represents the early years of the post-war nickel series, a time when the coin's design and production were solidifying their place in American culture. The D-mint mark indicates the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which gives it additional collectible value, especially for those trying to complete a full mint set. Examining the 1960 D Jefferson nickel in dirty condition reveals a coin with a lot of character. Over decades of circulation, the surface may show grime, scratches, and wear that obscure some of the finer details, but the essential features of Jefferson's profile and the Monticello building remain identifiable. Even in this condition, collectors can often spot subtle design traits such as the depth of the relief, the spacing of letters, or slight minting anomalies that distinguish one coin from another. These details, often overlooked by casual observers, are what make the coin both historically and numismatically significant. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1960 D Jefferson nickel is its rarity, particularly in the context of specific conditions or minor errors. While millions of nickels were produced that year, finding a Denver minted example that survived decades in circulation with unique traits or subtle imperfections is relatively uncommon. Collectors highly prize these coins because they represent not just monetary value but a tangible connection to the history of everyday life in the 1960s. Even a dirty, worn nickel can become a key piece in a carefully curated collection. The auction market for rare 1960 D Jefferson nickels is surprisingly robust. Coins in dirty or heavily circulated conditions can still fetch prices ranging from several $3 million, depending on their specific characteristics. Examples with minor minting errors, unusual toning, or provenance from notable collections can command even higher bids. Collectors understand that coins like these are not just currency, they are artifacts that capture the passage of time and the story of their journey through countless hands. For those looking to add a 1960 D Jefferson nickel to their collection, there are several tips to keep in mind. Always examine coins carefully for identifying features, mint marks, and potential errors. Research auction records to understand the current market trends and values. Buying from reputable dealers or trusted auctions ensures authenticity and reduces the risk of counterfeit coins. Lastly, patience is essential. Finding the right coin at the right price can take time, but the reward of adding a rare piece to your collection is well worth the effort. In conclusion, the 1960 D Jefferson nickel, even in dirty condition, is far more than just a 5-cent piece. Its historical context, unique features, and rarity make it a coveted item among collectors. The coin's journey from mint to circulation adds character and charm, proving that even worn or dirty coins can hold remarkable value.
Next up, the 1999 Washington commemorative quarter with the P mint mark. While millions of these coins were released into circulation, some unusual examples, especially those found in rusty or damaged condition, have raised curiosity among collectors. Could a worn or rusty-looking quarter actually hold a hidden value? Let's find out. The 1999 P. Washington quarter was part of the famous 50 state quarters program, launched by the United States Mint to honor each U.S. state with unique reverse designs. This program began in 1999 and quickly became one of the most successful coin series in history, attracting millions of new collectors. The obverse still features the classic portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan. The P mint mark indicates the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced large quantities for everyday circulation. The obverse of the 1999 P quarter displays George Washington's profile along with the inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1999, with the P mint mark clearly visible. The reverse design varies depending on the state featured, as 1999 included the first 5 states in the series: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. Each design highlights unique historical elements of the state. These quarters are made from a copper core with a nickel-clad outer layer, giving them a silver-like appearance. However, when exposed to moisture or harsh environments, the coin can develop discoloration or what appears to be rust, which is actually corrosion of the underlying metal. In general, 1999 P state quarters are very common due to their high mintage. However, coins described as rusty or heavily discolored are not considered rare in a traditional sense. In fact, environmental damage usually lowers a coin's value rather than increasing it. That said, there are exceptions. If the unusual appearance is caused by a mint error such as improper metal bonding, planchet defects, or striking issues, then the coin may attract strong interest from collectors. Error coins are always in demand because they are unique and often one of a kind. Without a true mint error, however, rusty condition alone does not create rarity that a typical 1999 P. Washington quarter in circulated condition is worth its face value of 25 cents. Even in uncirculated conditions, most examples are valued between $203,000 depending on quality. Rusty or damaged coins usually sell for less than face value in collector markets, as condition is a key factor in pricing. However, verified error coins can sell for $203,000 or much more depending on the uniqueness and severity of the error. Some rare mint error quarters from this series have reached several $100s at auction, proving that the right kind of rarity can dramatically increase value. That if you come across a 1999 P quarter with unusual coloration or surface texture, examine it carefully. Try to determine whether the effect is due to environmental damage or a genuine mint error. Look for consistent patterns, unusual metal layers, or striking abnormalities. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can reduce any potential value. Store your coins in a dry, controlled environment to prevent further corrosion. If you suspect a true error, consider getting it professionally evaluated or graded to confirm its authenticity and maximize its market potential. In conclusion, the 1999 P. Washington commemorative quarter is an important part of modern U.S. coin history, but not all unusual-looking coins are valuable. While rusty or damaged examples are generally not rare, true mint errors can transform an ordinary quarter into a highly desirable collectible. The key is knowing what to look for. Next up, the 2007 Washington commemorative quarter with the P mint mark. At first glance, a dirty or worn quarter might seem worthless, but in the world of coin collecting, even ordinary-looking coins can hold surprising stories and, in rare cases, significant value. Let's explore whether a 2007 P quarter in dirty condition could actually be a hidden treasure. The 2007 P. Washington quarter is part of the widely popular 50-state quarters program, introduced by the United States Mint. By 2007, the program was nearing its conclusion, having already captured the attention of millions of collectors worldwide. Each coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington on the obverse, while the reverse highlights unique state-themed designs. In 2007, the states honored were Montana, Washington, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. The P mint mark indicates that these coins were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in massive quantities for everyday circulation. The obverse of the 2007 P quarter displays a refined portrait of George Washington along with the inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the year 2007, with the P mint mark clearly visible. On the reverse, each state design reflects local history and culture, such as wildlife, landmarks, and important symbols. The coin is made of a copper core layered with nickel, giving it a shiny silver appearance when new. However, in dirty conditions, the coin may appear dull, darkened, or stained due to exposure to dirt, oils, and environmental elements. While this may reduce its visual appeal, it sometimes helps highlight unusual textures or hidden minting anomalies. In general, 2007 P state quarters are very common, with millions produced for circulation. Dirty condition alone does not make a coin rare. In fact, it often lowers its desirability among collectors. However, the real interest begins when a coin shows unusual characteristics beyond simple dirt, such as mint errors, die cracks, off-center strikes, or missing layers. These rare production mistakes are what collectors actively seek, and they can transform a common coin into a highly valuable collectible. So while a dirty coin is usually not rare, it can sometimes hide a rare feature worth discovering. A typical 2007 P. Washington quarter in circulated condition is worth its face value of 25 cents. Even in uncirculated condition, most examples sell for only $100 depending on quality. Dirty or heavily worn coins generally have no premium value and may even be less desirable to collectors. However, if the coin has a verified mint error, its value can increase significantly, ranging from $100 or more. In rare cases, dramatic error coins from the State Quarters series have sold for several $100s at auction, showing that the right kind of rarity, not dirt, drives high value. If you find a 2007 P quarter in dirty condition, resist the temptation to clean it, as cleaning can permanently damage the surface and reduce its value. Instead, examine the coin closely under good lighting or magnification to check for unusual features that may indicate a mint error. Pay attention to details like missing design elements, unusual colors, or irregular shapes. Store your coins in a dry, safe place to prevent further damage. If you suspect your coin has a rare error, consider having it professionally graded to confirm its authenticity and potential value. In conclusion, the 2007 P. Washington commemorative quarter is a common coin with an uncommon possibility. While dirt and wear alone do not increase its value, hidden mint errors or rare features can make a big difference in the collector market. The key is careful observation and understanding what truly creates rarity. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. Stay curious, keep collecting, and who knows, your next coin could be worth a fortune.